again. Got a special segment today. Something that Hunk and I talked about doing for quite a while. It's kind of a time to sit down and talk with other players from around the area that aren't in our immediate family. Why aren't we immediate family? You not like me? I'm trying to grow my beard like yours.
Getting there.
He's getting there. So Hunk and I had always talked about it, and we agreed that the guy we wanted to start this with was this guy right here. This guy.
Speaking of Hunk, where is he?
Hunk? Oh, he's at fat camp again. He realized that his size small shirts weren't fitting anymore. So yeah, we got Trump from Indiana Spartan. We'll put in the applause to make it seem more impressive. There's a whole audience. So thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me.
So we've been playing against each other. It seems a lot lately.
Right.
We were at Operation Salvation together. He was the leader of the U.S. team. Mm-hmm. Was it U.S.? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I was just a Libyan scum.
You shot me a couple times.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but
I felt it.
Hey, it was hard for me to sneak around back there. It took quite a bit of effort to get back there. So how long have you been playing airsoft?
This year will be year number 5 for me.
So what first got you into it?
Josh Luff he goes to a church that I used to attend. He had a couple of guys together that used to play, and they just kept inviting me. And of course, I was a paintball player. I played over at Asylum and stuff, and he was like, "Man, this is so much better." So I was like, "All right, you know what? I'll borrow one of his guns. Come out and try it." I borrowed one gun. The next day, I went and bought a new one.
Sweet.
And I've been playing since.
What was your first gun?
It was a D-Boys M4A1. The base
was that the picture that someone posted up?
Right.
Yeah,
with the real tree.
With the real tree and all.
That's right.
Last time you wore camo that worked.
Right. Exactly.
So what was your first real game like? Where was that at?
First game, me, him, and another guy that played with us went to Indy to play with Impact out of Indiana, Joker and those guys. Yeah. And it was just a end of school open play type thing. And we showed up, and these guys are in ghillies, and they've got like really nice guns. I think one of the guys with us had a bolt action sniper, and I had a D-Boys, and he had a JG, I think. And it was intimidating for sure. These guys all had full gear. I think I had like a dump pouch. So
don't feel bad. One of my first games was in a warehouse in Cincinnati, where there was about 80 of us that took on the strikers by ourselves, and they just destroyed us. It was interesting. So far, what's your most memorable experience been?
Last year we went to Bolivar's Tim in Virginia at Ballahack, and I mean that field, everything about that game was just amazing. And at the end of the first half of the day, our team was down by 1 point, and all we had to do was capture this one pipeline and hold it. And our CO, which was Bob the Axeman, was pretty much just like, "Yeah, it's not gonna happen." And I just grabbed my guys and I was like, "Look," I put our squad leader Gunny up front, and I said, "Let's go." And we pushed as hard as we possibly could, and of course on the other end of that was the Green Mountain Rangers, and it was just
when they were still allowed to play.
Right. And it was just an
Did they go in the helicopter?
No, they didn't. No. They were climbing up and down the buildings, but that's it.
No, they were running around with their $6,000 night vision goggles during the day.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, it's jealousy. It's all jealousy.
It is.
So that's cool. So coming into this sport, like I say, a brand new player, what kind of advice do you think you would give someone brand new?
Don't come in acting like you know everything. Shut up and listen to the older guys.
I play Call of Duty so much.
Exactly. This isn't paintball.
That's awesome.
Get on a team, find good guys that you like and want to play with, and make it fun. rather than so much serious.
Absolutely.
It's at the end of the day, you know, when we go to an event, we're always, you know, looking at it as like we got to hang out. It was like a man trip.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah, it's so common that when you get home the next day, you're talking about what happened at dinner afterwards, or who did what stupid in the car, or who
Right.
let the homeless man stay in the hotel room before the other guys showed up. That's a whole
Yeah.
story there. But yeah, that's great advice. So crazy question: if you could play airsoft with one person throughout history, anybody, who would it be?
Wow. So I mean, I've already played with Greg, you know, Spartan 117 GW. I played with Jet. We've played with Bo. We've played with Andy from Elite Force. I think right now I would like to meet up and play with. You know, I'd like to see Travis Haley play some airsoft. I'd like to see some of those guys, Chris Costa, some of those guys get out and play. Just see what they're like. You know, are they going to come out all GMR like? Or are they going to come out and
I can tell you how he'd hold his gun.
C clamp? But yeah, I'd like to see some of those guys play.
Cool. All right, we're gonna have Trunk talk a little bit about his latest primary that he's been using. All right, so what you got there?
This is a custom-built Polar Star from Thomas down at BG Airsoft.
You trade that for a combat machine gun, right?
And a penny.
And a penny.
My wife actually went in with the rest of the guys to get this for me for Christmas.
Cool.
Behind my back, I guess, and she pretty much went to Thomas, and Thomas said, "I know what he wants. I'll build it." And I gotta say, there's no way I'd go back. It's one of the best best guns I've ever owned, and I've had quite a few. So yeah, it's an amazing piece of equipment.
What's the rail on the front there? What is that?
That's the Daniel Defense MFR rail. It's the 12.5 inch. So I did have a Daniel Defense MK18, the Mark 12, on here, and it was heavy. Those are actually heavy rails, and you know, a Polar Star's not that heavy anyways, but this is a much lighter rail, and just, you know, really reduces the weight on the gun.
Mine weighs a ton.
And you got a Polar Star now.
Yeah. I like Polar Star. When I'm pulling the trigger from it.
Right.
When I'm not getting shot in the throat with them.
Yeah.
All right. So any future add-ons, upgrades, modifications you think about doing?
There's not a whole lot. You know, with the Polar Star, I mean, they perform amazing out of the box. So I mean, I've already got the Noveski outer barrel, the Troy, you know, flash hider, M-bus sights, the flip-to-side magnifier, the whole aim point setup. I guess the only thing I'd change is the stock down the road. But I mean, other than that, man, it shoots flawlessly and does exactly what I need. So yeah, I wouldn't change anything.
What nozzle you got in there?
In the winter, I actually run a black nozzle, so I can run higher PSI. You know, in the winter, I don't know if you guys have had this problem yet, but when you run at a lower PSI, they have a hard time shooting. And in the summer, I'll run a red nozzle. I can run around 60 PSI and you know, run on one tank all day. So it's really nice.
Yeah, we brought a scuba tank to Salvation for no reason whatsoever. It's like, that was awesome. Just listen to that thing roll around the car the whole way there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I appreciate you coming in today. I'm glad you were able to make it in. Sorry Hunk wasn't here. I know you're looking forward to seeing his peak robe.
Yeah. And his pipe.
In his pipe, yeah. He's probably sitting around camp right now, smoking his pipe, trying to bum a Snickers bar off some fat girl. So before you take off, I wanted to ask, is this you guys here? I found this picture. I was pretty sure it was you, but I don't know.
That was back when I worked out.
Yeah, that was back when you were working out.
Are those the bodies you usually pile up like during the game?
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. All those buys were brought to you by Polar Star. All right, well, we'll make sure to put up a link to y'all's Facebook page, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you out on the field.
Definitely.
All right.